Buongiorno, salve a tutti. Hi everybody, thanks for joining in. It's Friday again, isn't that great? Every day for me is pretty much the same, either it's sunny or it's not. Today I want to celebrate and give great recognition to one of my biggest artistic heroes, Ai Weiwei. He's a visual artist from China. He's an activist. According to Wikipedia, Chinese contemporary artist and activist who has been openly critical of the Chinese government's stance on democracy and human rights. Ai Weiwei encapsulates political conviction and his personal poetry in his many sculptures, photographs, and public works. In doing this, he makes use of Chinese art forms to display the Chinese political and social issues. And I think that's very inspiring. I'm pretty much trying to do the same thing, looking at American culture and kind of questioning it, at least trying to expose it. Like my fabulous old song, maybe you heard one time, it's called W and His Paw, about my vision of W having a dream, a work dream of being president of the United States and turning into a nightmare. Anyway, in italiano, Ai Weiwei racchiude la convinzione politica e la sua poesia personale nelle sue numerose sculture, fotografie e opere pubbliche. In questo modo utilizza le forme d'arte cinese per mostrare le questioni politiche e sociali cinesi. So he has some fabulous quotes here. He says, "Creativity is the power to reject the past, to change the status quo, and to seek new potential. Simply put, aside from using one's imagination, perhaps more importantly, creativity is the power to act." That's pretty much how I operate, and I recommend highly. In italiano, la creatività è il potere di rifiutare il passato, di cambiare lo status quo e di cercare nuove potenzialità. In poche parole, oltre a usare la propria immaginazione, forse ancora più importante, la creatività è il potere di agire. Potere di agire. Potere di agire. Potere di agire, la creatività e il potere di agire. Reject the past, change the status quo, and seek a new potential. Rifiutare il passato, cambiare lo status quo e cercare nuove potenzialità. Potenzialità, potenzialità, potenzialità. Cambiare, rifiutare, cambiare, rifiutare, creare. We're talking about Ai Weiwei. He made one of the most amazing documentaries on refugees. I think it's called Drifting or Drifts. Please look it up. Actually, I think my friend Ani Bora just posted the link on my Facebook page. It is one of the most stunning political documents about how the world has changed and how so many people are forced to leave their homes because of political problems, because of climate change especially, because of greed, because of lack of brotherhood and sisterhood. So it's up to us to create society. It's up to us to make things better. Anyway, speaking of that, here's another quote from Ai Weiwei. And actually, I love it. We got some really good background noise. I hope you can hear it. Hey, Claire, do you want to, can you shake that glass? It sounds so good. Anyway, this is, my friend is joining me. Her name's Claire. And she is going to help me do the song called Creativity is the Power to Shake the Past. There you go. Just shake it. That's great. Yep. That was great. That was our very first collaboration.
Wow.
Yay, Claire. Thank you. That was excellent. Okay, moving on. What I wanted to share with you was another quote from Ai Weiwei, and he says, "Your own acts tell the world who you are and what kind of society you think it should be." It's totally up to you. Totally up to all of us. If we don't do anything, then nothing will change, right? Le tue stesse azioni dicono al mondo chi sei e che tipo di società pensi che dovrebbe essere. È semplice. It's totally up to us. So here we go. Sing out the photo of the gentle Cotacachi, the Cotillion, the Conorning among the scene. On I seen the morning, is letting down. On I see no money. Oh, no money, no, there's no money, nothing. Oh, no, I see nothing. Oh, your own acts tell the world who you are. What kind of society you think should be, think should be, think could be, think could be, think could be. I think it could be, I think it could be, I think it could be. A small act is worth a million thoughts. Another quote from Ai Weiwei: a small act is worth a million thoughts. For example, I buy socks at the local dry cleaner because it's 5 pairs for $1, and I keep them in my car and I drive around when I need to. And very often I see people that are holding up a cardboard saying, "Please help," and I hand them a pair of socks and I say, "Here's some brand new socks," and invariably they say, "How did you know?" So a small act can make a huge difference. Just a show of compassion can really change things around. So check it out. A small act is worth a million thoughts. That's the sound of 1,000 million thoughts. That's the sound of 1,000 million thoughts. That's the sound of 1,000 million thoughts. One small act is bigger than 1,000 million thoughts. Good morning. Good morning. One small act is bigger than 1,000 million thoughts. Oh no, ding ding dong, ding dong, oh no, ding ding dong. A small act is worth a million thoughts. A small act is worth a million thoughts. A small act is worth a million thoughts. 1,000 million thoughts. Sitting around, improvising. Welcome to Spring Forth. I hope that you're at home utilizing your voice, waking it up. It really is good for your health to sing. So even if you think you can't sing, when you speak, you're singing. When you sigh, you're singing. When you yawn, you're actually singing. So all those things are vocalizations, and it helps one feel better. All right, today is the birthday of Ai Weiwei, fantastic visionary artist from China. I think he's now living in the UK. Anyway, the next thing I'd like to quote from him is, I think art certainly is the vehicle for us to develop any new ideas, to be creative, to extend our imagination, to change the current conditions. So make something up. Change the dynamic, change the status quo. Could be anything. It could be like putting a dab of yellow on your nose when you go out today. Why not? Do something else. I like to just make things up as I go, and it's not always successful, and that's okay. I don't really think of failure as a strong thing. I think of it as an invitation to try again, especially in music and in the creative process. You're simply learning. There's no right, there's no wrong. You're learning, so go for it. So anyway, this is a song about art being a vehicle, so I'm going to make a car sounds, I guess. No, I'll see a vehicle. Okay. Okay, let's make up some words. You ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Extend your imagination. Extend your imagination. Extend your imagination. Extend your imagination. Well, I have a couple, I'm working on a couple of new songs. I'm very, very excited. One of them is for my friend Noelle Franklin, who unfortunately left us at the end of May. I've already written one song for her called Convergency Vortex that you can find on my Bandcamp site. If you go to amydenio.bandcamp.com, you'll find a ton of music there, and about the third one on the top row is called Corona Sonora. And that's a joke on the Italian phrase colonna sonora, which means soundtrack. But so I figured I'd make a soundtrack for the vid for coronavirus, and I've come up with really a lot of strange songs. And after a while, I began to construct songs based on the numbers of infected and dead in all these different places where I've lived in the past, like Northampton, Massachusetts, Colorado Springs, Mumbai, India, Roma, Detroit. I'm from Detroit. I wrote an intense one there. Anyway, you can find a lot of those songs under the Corona Sonora thing, and as well as Convergency Vortex for Noelle. And I came up with a new piece. I'm collaborating with Steve Kirk and Tara Forth on this piece. It's called Crow Totem, because that was Noelle's totem animal, and this crow has been following me around, and he's my friend, the little fledgling guy, so I'm excited. Actually, I sang that song yesterday to a hummingbird, and it freaking stayed still, and it lifted its beak up, so I think Noelle is doing great. So yeah, pass by amydenio.bandcamp.com, and then I also just made a song for my beau, Kurt. That's very exciting. So anyway, I guess there's a little bit of time to make... Oh, here we go. This is another quote from Ai Weiwei. The world is not changing if you don't shoulder the burden of responsibility. It's really up to us. So, oh yeah, and then here's the final quote, which I like even better. I think optimism is whether you are still exhilarated by life, whether you are curious, and whether you still believe there is possibility. This is the mind of a child, really. You know, I think it's a great reminder for us not to stop believing, not to stop. We should never, hopefully, stop imagining. So anyway, let's try this. The song is called Optimism. Let's see here. Getting ready. See you next week. Thanks, everyone. Bye.